Have you ever pondered the future of America? A question that stirs up a whirlpool of thoughts, doesn't it? As we look forward, the future stands before us, shrouded in the cloak of unpredictability. History has taught us that even the mightiest empires, those seemingly invincible, have had their twilight. It's a sobering thought, isn't it? The idea that America, a country of immense power and influence, could one day experience a downfall. But what could lead to such a collapse? Could it be economic instability, social unrest, or perhaps even environmental catastrophe? These are questions that may unsettle us, but they are worth exploring. It's through understanding potential pitfalls that we can work towards preventing them. As we delve into this thought-provoking topic, remember that this is a hypothetical scenario based on analysis and speculation. So, buckle up, folks. We're about to embark on a fascinating journey into the realm of what-ifs. Every fall begins with a stumble. So, what might be America's first stumble? Let's take a journey through history and look at the potential stumbling blocks that could trip up this giant. One of the most prominent seeds of downfall could be economic issues. Economies are like a house of cards. One wrong move and the whole structure could come crashing down. America, with its massive debt and widening wealth gap, is no exception. If the economy takes a hit, the effects could ripple through every aspect of society, causing instability and unrest. Now let's turn to political division. It's no secret that America is more politically divided than ever. This division could lead to a breakdown in civil discourse, and even the potential for civil unrest. History has shown us that when a nation's people are pitted against each other, the nation itself becomes vulnerable to collapse. The Roman Empire, for example, was torn apart by internal strife before it finally fell. International relations also play a crucial role in a nation's stability. America's position as a global superpower means it is involved in complex and often tense relationships with countries around the world. If these relationships sour, it could lead to a loss of allies, economic sanctions, or even war. Just think about the British Empire, once the most powerful empire in the world. It crumbled under the weight of 2 world wars and the loss of its colonies. And let's not forget about the environment. Climate change and other environmental disasters could wreak havoc on America's infrastructure, economy, and people. This could lead to mass migrations, food shortages, and other crises that could destabilize the nation. These are just some of the challenges that could possibly destabilize America. It's a sobering thought, but it's crucial to remember that history often repeats itself. By learning from the past, perhaps we can avoid the same mistakes and steer the ship of state away from the rocky shores of downfall. When one domino falls, the others follow suit. So how might these challenges lead to America's collapse? Picture this. A row of meticulously lined up dominoes. With just the slightest nudge, the first one topples, setting off a chain reaction that sweeps through the entire line. This is known as the domino effect, a concept that can be applied to a wide range of scenarios, including the potential downfall of a nation. Let's delve deeper into how this could apply to America. First on our list of dominoes is economic collapse. The American economy, like any other, is built on a delicate balance of supply and demand, credit and debt, inflation and deflation. If even one piece of this complex puzzle falls out of place, it could trigger a cascade of events that leads to an economic downturn. From there, the dominoes continue to fall. The next domino is political instability. As the economy falters, public trust in the government erodes. This can lead to political infighting, policy gridlock, and even the rise of extremist factions. The government, preoccupied with putting out economic fires, may be ill-equipped to handle these political challenges. The final domino is social unrest. With the economy in shambles and the government in disarray, the fabric of society begins to fray. Protests may erupt, crime rates could spike, and the sense of national unity may dissolve into a cacophony of discordant voices. It's important to note that these are not isolated events. Each domino not only causes the next one to fall, but it also adds momentum to the chain reaction. An economic collapse can fuel political instability, which in turn exacerbates social unrest. It's a complex, interrelated system where each piece directly influences the others. The domino effect serves as a stark reminder that the stability of a nation is not guaranteed. It's a delicate balance that requires constant vigilance and proactive measures to maintain. As we can see, a series of unfortunate events can quickly lead to a nation's collapse. In the aftermath of collapse, what might arise from the ashes of the old America? Picture, if you will, a phoenix, a legendary bird that after a life of hundreds of years ignites itself only to be reborn from the ashes. This image, potent and dramatic, has long been a symbol of rebirth, renewal, and resilience. Could it also be a fitting metaphor for the post-collapse America? When a society crumbles, the vacuum left behind does not remain empty for long. In the wake of America's collapse, we might expect the emergence of a new state, or perhaps multiple new states. Each one a phoenix rising from the ashes of its predecessor, carrying with it the lessons of the past and the hopes of the future. These new states may take many forms. They could be born out of the fragmented remnants of the old America, or they might arise from international intervention. They could be democratic or autocratic, liberal or conservative, isolationist or globalist. The only certainty is change. And change, as we know, can be both exciting and terrifying. It can bring about innovation, progress and development, but it can also lead to conflict, instability and uncertainty. In the aftermath of collapse, the new states rising from the ashes of the old America would have to navigate these challenges and opportunities. But what might this mean for the world at large? The collapse of America could dramatically shift global power dynamics. The balance of power, long held by the United States, might be redistributed among other nations, potentially leading to a more multipolar world. Nations once overshadowed might step into the limelight, while others could find their influence waning. This potential shift in global power dynamics could have profound implications for international relations, trade and security. It could redefine alliances, rewrite economic landscapes and reshape cultural norms. The world as we know it could be fundamentally transformed. History has shown us that when one power falls, another rises. As we stand on the precipice of change, we are reminded that the only constant in life is change itself. And in the face of change, we are left with a choice: to fear it or to embrace it, to resist it or to adapt to it. The choice, as always, is ours. Scene script: history often repeats itself. So what can we learn from past empires that have fallen? Let's take a moment to reflect on the rich tapestry of our past, specifically the empires that reached their zenith only to crumble into the annals of history. Each of these empires, from the Roman Empire to the British Empire, provides us with invaluable lessons about the rise and fall of nations. Firstly, the Roman Empire. This colossal entity was renowned for its military might and sophisticated governance, yet it fell victim to its own success. Overexpansion and military spending drained its economic vitality, while political corruption and instability sowed seeds of disunity. The lesson here? Growth and power must be balanced with economic sustainability and political integrity. Next, we turn our gaze to the British Empire, once the most extensive empire in history. It held sway over vast territories and populations, yet it too succumbed to decline. The British Empire teaches us the dangers of overextension and the importance of respecting the autonomy and cultures of those under one's rule. It reminds us that power without empathy and respect can lead to resistance and eventual downfall. Then there's the Ottoman Empire, an empire that lasted for over 6 centuries. Its decline was marked by a failure to innovate and adapt to changing times. Stagnation and complacency can be as deadly to an empire as any external enemy. These historical narratives serve as stark reminders that empires and nations are not impervious to decline. Economic strain, political corruption, overextension, lack of respect for diversity, and failure to innovate. These are the common threads that weave the story of fallen empires. They are the silent killers, often overlooked amidst the noise and glamour of power and expansion. So what does this mean for America or any other contemporary nation? Simply put, it's a call to vigilance. It's a call to learn from the past and to constantly strive for balanced growth, political integrity, cultural respect and innovation. By understanding the past, we can better prepare for and potentially prevent the same fate. While the future remains uncertain, it is worth considering these hypothetical scenarios. In our journey through history, we've seen how the seeds of downfall could be sown in the most prosperous of nations, and America might not be an exception. Economic instability, social unrest, political division, these are all potential catalysts that could set off a domino effect leading to a collapse. And in the aftermath, we might witness the rise of a new state, a phoenix from the ashes of the old order. However, it is crucial to remember that these are all hypotheticals. History does not follow a set script, and the future is not a foregone conclusion. The lessons we've learned from the past can serve as a compass, helping us navigate the uncertain terrain of the future. No matter what the future holds, it is our understanding of the past and present that will guide us through any challenges we may face.